Hello there, this is Roberto Matthews with another tip for you. So I recently had someone ask me the question, how do I use a external mic on my camera, on my video camera, so that I can pick up, whoever is speaking. So there's a couple of options, and just like I usually do with my previous options, I'm going to show you the easiest way or the cheapest way, and then we're just going to go up the ladder from there, okay? So the first way is if you're using your cell phone directly for your live stream. So you know that the phone itself will have a microphone on board, and it could be a good quality, it could be bad quality, it just depends. You have to do some testing on that. But if you want to do remote recording so that you can hear specifically the wedding party or the priest or whomever, or the speaker, whomever, then you'll have to do a couple of things. First thing is, I don't really trust a lot of Wi-Fi things for audio because there's a delay, and then, that just won't work for me. So I like to be direct. So I keep a camera that has a direct input for mic and for headphones. So a headphone output or a mic input. This is the Galaxy S9. So I think some of the very, very new phones are bringing this back. But if you don't have this, then you'd have to use an adapter for your phone. But the way I work it is like this. So I have this that I bought. This is the MPH-05. This is the receiver, and this is the transmitter. So same thing, MPH-05. This is the transmitter. And obviously you can, if you are choosing to, you can have, this comes with its own mic. You can use a lapel pin, or there's an adapter for the over the head. And of course you would plug this straight into here. Screw it on, and you're set. So now you can get your person. What I usually do, what I tend to do is I'll wrap this around the mic that they're going to be using if it's on a podium, and that way they can still have the sound system, and I can get a direct feed without any echo or anything, okay? Now, that works for one person, or if you're lucky and you buy, there's a version of this that has 2 transmitters and 1 receiver, or I think up to 3. It has its own channel that you would use, and you would change the channel right here. And then you could have up to 3 transmitters, I believe. Don't quote me on that. I'm going to put the description, the link in the description. Of course, that's an affiliate link, so I'd appreciate if you use that link if you're going to purchase one. But you can go around in those links and see if there's one that has multiple transmitters. But what I've also found, oh, by the way, you're going to need, they come with 2 wires here. So this one would go to your phone, and the reason this one is better than this one is because, as you can see, there's a mic input ring on this phone version. And of course, this would be the camera version that would go straight to your camera. And we'll talk about that in a second. So basically, you would plug this in here, and then you would plug this into your phone, and then you're in business. Now, it also comes with this attachment here. This attachment, obviously, if you have some sort of, a connector to be able to put this, and actually, I'll show you that in a second. Hold on one second. Okay, sorry about that. So it has this little adapter here for your phone. So you would put your phone just like that. And then in order to connect this, you would strap this onto here, tighten it down, turn this way if you'd like, and then now you're in business. You can actually do a nice, you do your recordings the way you'd like to, okay? So that's the first option that you would use. So if you've seen my previous video, you'll see that this was the option that I would use after I tried using the phone for a while. I actually used my Canon Vixia to do optical close-ups and things like that. Now, it also has an onboard mic, but not a very good one at all, especially not compared to the cell phone. So if I had the option to connect this using my HDMI, I wouldn't use the audio from this. I would actually use the audio option from here, which you can do in the settings for CameraFi. Obviously, you would connect your HDMI out right here. Here's your HDMI cable. Obviously, this is what would connect using an adapter because this is a capture card, and it would have to have a USB to USB-C adapter. And then you connect it there, and now you're in business. You can get the optical in, and you still have your video audio in. Now, you can hook this up. Obviously, this is why I have not the phone connector, but the camera connector. You would use the camera connector. You would connect it right here into mic in. And there you have it. Now you can get the audio straight on your camera from your from whatever, your speaker, whomever that might be. Okay, so that's another option. Now, if you step up a second, I'll show you. Now, this is another option right here. I have my Canon XA20, but obviously you can use any other camera similar to this that has its own XLR inputs. If you have XLR inputs, that's the best option because you can connect from the system straight into your camera and get a nice signal of all of the mics in the house, all of the house mics. And of course, you would use the same HDMI cable to go out. Now, you do have the option of directly putting your mic in, your receiver in, but that's not what we do. I usually just come from the house into here. Now, there's a final option that I've done recently because I can't run an XLR cable all the way to the house sound because the house sound is way in the back and I really can't connect to it. So let me show you another option. Let me take these cameras out of the way and I'll show you that. So here I have a mixer, which in this case is a recorder mixer, but we're just going to worry about the mixer section. So obviously all your house mics would be inputted here. And then you would come out of your output to the main speakers in the house. Now, depending on the mixer, this could be more complicated, just depends. But in this particular case, and in most cases, your house will have a phones out, or it will have a sub out, a mixer sub out. You're gonna plug into that. So let's show you how that works. So in this particular case, as you can see, when I plug in this mic into my system, into my transmitter, as you can see, it's only got one ring. It's a mono. So make sure that whatever adapter you use, you're going to use mono into here. So this transmitter, I would bring over to my remote mixer, no matter where it is, if it's in a closet or whatever. This transmits through some walls a few feet. So you just got to be careful, do some testing. And then I go out from there and I just use a regular cable, regular audio cable. Now this cable happens to be stereo. It won't work with a stereo cable, but I happen to have an adapter. See, this is stereo. I happen to have an adapter that changes not only from quarter to eighth, but from stereo to mono. So once I put that adapter on there and plug this in, then we're in business. Obviously, this other end right here would go into your phone section of your mixer or in the sub out. The sub section means it kind of puts everything together and you get one mix out of the sub. So then you can get either out of the bus or the sub or out of your phones, which I recommend phones because phones is usually stereo out, and this is going to convert it to stereo straight to mono. And you'll get a nice clean audio into your receiver. And then of course we can talk about those options we talked about before. Either put the receiver straight into your phone or put it into your video camera, which is kind of what I do. I'll put this straight into the video camera's input and then you're in business. So that's how we get audio into our camera or into our CameraFi app for live functions. If you have any questions, please let me know. And don't forget to click on the affiliate links below. Thank you very much.